So about 5 or 6 weeks ago, I was playing some football with some friends and I injured myself. Essentially what happened was I was playing a game of football. It was 10 minutes before the end of the game. I was running in one direction, my friend was running in another direction. There was a slide tackle, my body went one way, my knee felt like it went another, there was a bit of a crunch, and I ended up hobbling off the football pitch with some ice on my knee. I've not really had any injuries before, apart from I injured my shoulder back in like 2015, and after a bit of physio, I got that back on the mends. So I knew that there wasn't something quite right, and I ended up going to the hospital, getting it scanned. Everything came back fine, knee's not broken, all the ligaments and tendons are in one piece, but I have had to have a little bit of medical attention since, just because it has not recovered how I was hoping, and I managed to get into see a physio. What I want to do in this video is to kind of talk about the process of how I went to the hospital, the way that the doctors and nurses treated me, how this was covered under my insurance and all those kind of things, and how ultimately I managed to get some sessions with a physio. As I said, all of the hospitals out here are privatised, all of the medical systems out here is private, and it's all run on insurance, and so I thought this was a good opportunity, ironically because I've got a bad knee, to talk about my process and my experience of dealing with an injury and dealing with the doctors. So that's what this video is going to be on. So as I was saying, I fell over, my knee ended up crunching and feeling a bit funny. I came back home that evening after the game of football, put my leg up on the couch here, stuck some ice on it, but it just didn't quite feel right. So what I did was, fortunately Daisy was home, so she actually was able to drive me to the hospital. The local hospital to me is Canad, and on the insurance, depending on the insurance that you go with, I've got an app for my insurance, and it gives me a list of all of the registered doctors, dentists, hospitals, healthcare systems in the area that your insurance covers. And fortunately, the local hospital was on that list. So went there, explained the situation, had to pay a 50 dirham initial fee, but the rest of the consultation was covered by the insurance. And the nurses and the doctors were fantastic. They asked me what had happened. I took them through everything. They felt my knee. They asked about where the pain and discomfort was. And then they gave me a full x-ray of the knee. Now, from my experience back in the UK, if this were to happen, I would have definitely been in the waiting room for a couple of hours. I'd have been seen by a couple of different people, and I wouldn't have got back home until much later in the evening. Out here, because there are so many different hospitals and locations that you can go to, the doctors were very attentive, and I got seen very, very quickly. I was in and out in 40 minutes, and I think it was something like 20 dirham. I got some painkillers, I got some inflammation, some creams to really help the knee. So that was really good. They then insisted on a follow-up so that they could check my knee later on, which is exactly what you want when you're hurt. Unfortunately, a week or so after I had initially hurt myself, I did then slip in the kitchen, which kind of exacerbated the injury. Fortunately, at the time, one of the chaps that was over gave me the contact detail of a physio, and because it had been 2 weeks and I'd been icing it and I'd been trying to be careful with it, resting and stuff like that, hadn't done any real gym exercises or workouts apart from like upper body work, so I'd kept it very isolated. I'd put bands on it, wrapped it, all of the things that you would think to do, and it still wasn't really improving. It still felt very bruised. It was still very swollen even a couple of weeks later. And the contact that he gave me, which was fortunately a physiotherapist at the hospital I originally went to, he told me to book in again and get a consultation and get a referral, and so that's what I did. So I booked back in. I got another appointment with a family doctor, really nice chap. He saw me very, very quickly. Again, it was another 50 dirham consultation fee, £10, it's nothing much. He then asked again what had happened. He did a few tests on it. He kind of put his fingers in different places. And because the whole hospital worked so well together, when I said the physiotherapist's name, the two doctors knew each other, and he signed me off to go and have a number of sessions with the physio. This naturally has to go through the insurance because the physio costs certain amounts of money, and the insurance company came back and I got 5 free physiotherapy sessions. I went down to the physiotherapist straight away. They had a little look at me. They gave me some advice based on the movement in the knee, based on what they felt was wrong with the knee. And I have got one more physiotherapy session, which is tomorrow. And so far, it's been a really positive process. I've been really happy with the way that I've been taken care of by the hospitals and by the physio, and there's just been a lot of care, which has been great. In regards to the physio, the sessions have been about 30 minutes long. The first session, again, he went for a consultation, asked me what happened, sort of got a feeling of my knee, put my knee in certain positions, manipulated it, done some deep tissue massages, and he's then given me some really actionable steps. The one thing that I think is great about this is that I travel on Saturday, which is in like 2 or 3 days' time. So we only had a really short window for me to get in there. And basically, they opened up the calendar and said, well, we've got all of the days free. What can you do? And they really very much fit me into the system, which has been fantastic. And like I say, I've had 4 sessions already. He's worked on different strength exercises, different mobility exercises. I've got one more, which is also mobility. He's done some measurements. He's done some different manipulations of the knee. Not the most comfortable things, but yeah. And he is going to give me a little bit of a program so that whilst I'm traveling over the summer, I can continue to build it, strengthen it, and make sure that it is recovering effectively. So yeah, it's been good. It's been effective. Whilst you never want to go into a hospital because of an injury, the process has been very smooth. I've been very impressed with the professionalism of everybody and how well they've taken care of me. And I feel like my knee is in the best place for recovery because of the professionals that I've worked with. Right, I am going to take you through a little bit of what I did at the gym. I am going to head to the gym with Daisy in a bit, and I will talk you through some of the exercises that the physio recommended before I end this video. Right, let's go and get changed and go to the gym. So I have just got to the gym. The first part of the workout is going to be very leg focused, nice lightweight, but keeping good motion, building up some strength in my knee. And then I'm going to finish off with a bit of a back workout, maybe do some abs and some arms. But for the film and the purpose of this video, I'm just going to show you the exercises I do for my leg. These are all exercises which I have been told to do and shown to do by the physio. So they're all designed to build up the strength in my knee. Exercise number 1, walking and jogging on the treadmill. So the next exercise I'm doing is a leg press. I'm going to do single legs just so that my dominant leg doesn't take over, keeping the weight nice and low. So yeah, just going to add with the treadmill. I know that running is a lot of impact on the knees, but we started at the beginning of my physio with cycling. We've literally only just transitioned onto gentle running, so that's something to bear in mind. But yeah, I've got 3 sets of 10, single leg on the leg press. Next up is the leg curl, focusing on the hamstrings. I have complained to the physio a few times about some discomfort under the knee, so he wants me to strengthen the back of the leg up, the back of the knee up. So we have now got some leg curls. Single leg again, really focus on strengthening the weak knee. Okay, and the next one is going to be an exercise that works the front of my calf. So basically I'm going to lean up against the wall and I'm going to raise my toes up. Felt really uncomfortable when I did it before, not on the knee, just on strengthening the lower leg. It's a bit like a calf raise, but the other way round. Yeah, I'm like exercising my shin. Really sucks. Last exercise I'm going to do for my legs is these banded walks, basically strengthening my outer hip.
By all accounts, my outer hip is not so strong, so my knee bends in, and again, that exacerbates the problem. So I've got a band around my legs, and I'm going to do some side walks up and down. Okay, that's the physio side of things done. Now I'm going to get on with the rest of my workout, and I'll see you guys in a bit. And that is me done. Just finished in the gym. Finished off with some back, done some arms, and now I'm going to head back home to get some hydration because I'm thirsty. So yeah, like I say, that has been my 6th or 7th gym session since starting with physio. And all of the leg-based exercises have been exercises that the physio has gone over with me. And just to reiterate, the physio really encouraged me to work up in weight, not to push anything, wanting to strengthen the leg, not further damage it. So all of the singular leg exercises, the cardio exercises, they were all tapered up. So again, like I said earlier, the treadmill, that's the first time I've been for a run in the last month, to be honest. It's all been very cycle heavy, and then the strength exercises. Anyway, I'm gonna get in the car, head home, and then finish this video off. Whew. Tell you what, one thing at the moment at this time of year with getting in your car is you've got to be careful on the seats. I've got leather seats in my car and they're black, so all of the heat gets absorbed, and I'm in a pair of shorts right now. The car is currently reading 43 degrees. It's getting hot, and that's not even as hot as it has been. The last few weeks it's been 48, 49 most days getting in the car at about this time. I can't wait, going away on a holiday. It's going to be about 10 degrees cooler. Heading off to the Maldives first. You wouldn't normally say that you're looking forward to going to the Maldives because it's cooler, but I live in the desert and it's getting damn hot. Right, I'm going to get home. Okay, the last thing to end this video is the physio recommended I roll my leg out. So I've had one of this thing for ages. I've also got a foam roller. Apparently by using the foam roller, by using the massage gun I've got, by using this thing to roll over my quads, my calves, my hamstrings, it loosens the muscle, increases blood flow, and ultimately will help with recovery. So that's another thing he has requested I do, is to roll out and do those stretching activities and exercises to really increase blood flow into the knee and hopefully improve circulation and speed up the recovery of the knee. So yeah, got one more session, like I say, that is going to be tomorrow, and he said there's going to be a little bit of balance activities while I'm working on the strength activities, and hopefully he will give me a variety of exercises I can do whilst we're traveling to help build up and strengthen that knee. And for me, I just need to be mindful of load-bearing activities and just try not to twist the knee too much, and hopefully by the end of the summer it should be okay. But yeah, there we go. That was kind of my overall experience of dealing with sort of the hospitals out here and the sort of recovery that I've had to deal with on my knee. I hope you enjoyed the video. The next one will be travel related because we've got 3 days until we get on a flight out of here, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.